Hello and welcome to Ram, the model builder. I have another Fanhome production to share with you today. And as you can see, it is the Too Fast, Too Furious Nissan GTR R34, Paul Walker's car. And it's brought to you by the lovely folks at Fanhome. And if you would like to build this part work, it is available. Just hop on over to fanhome.com and feel free to subscribe. I don't have any fluffy QR code or any bonuses to, get a commission on it. It's just word of mouth. So how about we hop into the video and we need to kind of address a few things, and then I might even build the first two stages of this car. So, like I said, we are building the Nissan Skyline. This is from Fanhome. It's a 1/43 scale version of the car. It was part of a Fast and Furious car collection that is unfortunately no longer available. And this I bought from Walmart many years ago. But here's the pamphlet that you get with the Skyline build. Open it up and you got the technical specs for the Skyline. And then here it kind of goes in detail, showing you various elements of the car. And then it folds out into a lovely poster. So you can see that's the scale of the car. And it will come with the remote control to control everything. And then at this time, these are the free gifts that you will get. You'll get a set of posters. You'll get the license plate, coffee mug, and I'll wind up having another 1/43 scale car. So I'll have this one and then I'll have another one. And I do have the Too Fast, Too Furious license plate from the car that I got from a place called Celebrity Machines. But that will be your free gift. But this came from Celebrity Machines. And then on the back, you'll get one free binder with your subscription, and then the other 5 or 6 binders are $8.99 a piece. If you have a PayPal account, you can pay with that and you get a speaker, a Bluetooth speaker. And then If you decide to go with the premium edition, you can get this really cool case with it. And the premium subscription will be about $107 a month. So, onto the topic of discussion now. Now, if you notice, you look at this car, you see the bumper is a really nice blue color. There you go. You see it's a nice blue color. It doesn't fade or anything. It's just nice. And then you come over here to this Fanhome creation, and you can see that they try to fade the bumper a little bit, but it's still blue. It's still blue, and it's still really cool. And yeah, they did fade the side of the car. And then if you notice this one, they didn't really fade the side of it. It's just blue. Now, one thing I noticed with this build is the interior on this car is all black, but on the build, it's going to be blue. Oh, and this one has a passenger seat in it, whereas this little one here has NOS tanks where the passenger seat goes. I'd have to really watch the movie to see, which one's really the most accurate as far as, a passenger seat or no passenger seat. Now, here we got issue 1, the front bumper. Now, I've had this for about a month, but I wasn't quite sure if I was gonna, open it and make a video on it just yet. Because these parts, you don't really need these parts until almost the end of the build. So, if you go build these parts, all they're going to do is just sit around and collect dust until you get to close to the end of the build. But I thought, well, I'm gonna crack into this and see if we talk about it a little bit. So, with every par work, you get a screwdriver. That looks like a little tiny screwdriver. I think I even have one of those little tiny screwdrivers. So, all right. So here's the issue a lot of people are having. And I don't know if my tablet's picking this up or not. But those are lilac colored stripes. They're not blue. They're lilac colored. And that's been a issue for a lot of people. When they saw this, they were turned off at the fact that the stripes are the wrong color. Now, we don't know whether or not they're going to, replace this with a, more correct one. And even the side there, the stripe is kind of lilac colored. I mean, otherwise it's a beautiful bumper. It just, as you can tell, they're not meant to be that way. I mean, I know the advertisement shows it with a blue bumper, but they could have made it with a blue one. I mean, like I said, I mean they did a pretty good job on this Fanhome 143 scale, getting the stripe color right on it. You can tell the stripe color on that's not, not lilac by any means. So I don't know. Like I said, I mean, to me, yeah, it is a little bit, it is a little bit off-putting that it's lilac like that. But I was always thinking, if you're a good enough painter or modeler, you could just repaint these. Now, I know you're paying, a lot of money, and, you should, get a part work that, doesn't have any, issues. That is true. And, and it might be hard to, replicate these. But I'm not passing judgment on it. For one, I don't have the hood. I think the hood's gonna maybe come next package or something like that. And then you get the hood, and then you can kind of gauge whether or not these stripes are ugly or okay. Personally, yeah, I would have preferred that the stripes were a little bit bluer than they are. But, it is what it is, I guess. So, enough of that. So, I just something I wanted to, share and show you. I mean, I know a lot of people are really upset about it, and a lot of people canceled out building this car just because of the front nose of the car. But I don't think it's all that bad. And here's a photo of actually the real car. You can see how that bumper stripe is faded, but it's a faded blue. It's not a lilac color. So this is just kind of gives you a little story history on the Skylines, the Nissans. So without further ado, let's get to putting this front bumper together. And then when I'm done putting it together, I'll just put it back in the little package tray and store it away until I need it. So you got the really cool GTR badge. So first thing you do is put the GTR badge on to the grill, and it looks like you want the grill just like this. And then this just goes right on the front. It's just a little push to fit. It just pushes right onto the center of the grill. And then we take 4 SM screws and attach the grill to the bumper. And now you know a funny thing is, look at the instruction book. Even it has a lilac colored bumper in the instruction book, which is kind of funny. So you want to set the grill on there just like that. That way it follows the contour of the of its home. And I just put that first one in kind of loose, just so the way I can get a hold of the next one here. Well, I seem to have dropped that screw. Oh no, it was hanging on the end of the screwdriver. So then when you get those all in there, it'll look just like that. Gotta give the screws a few extra turns. There you go. And I just had to give all 4 of them a few extra turns. The grill wasn't quite in there tight enough. So now we need to take the little indicator bezels and put them into the bumper. So I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, right there, you can see it says left on it, and the other one will have an R on it. And then this one will have an R. Alright, Mr. R. There you go. And then you'll know you got it in there because it'll kind of pop into place. So that way it won't fall out. And then you got the lenses. That don't really have any direct or any L or R on it, but they are shaped according to the bezels. Okay, so that's your right indicator. So this will be your left indicator. And we're done with stage 1. So there's stage 1 complete. So let's move on to stage 2. Put this little screw away in case we might need it another time. So stage 2 is the wheel. Ouch. I just about gave myself a paper cut. Trying to get this thing open. Yeah, trim that up a little bit, and that'd make a really cool backdrop. Fast and Furious Nissan. Yeah, I apologize. I just, like I said, I slightly cut my thumb on the opening this silly thing. So we won't be using these right away. These will be left for another stage. They're the lug nut covers for the front of the wheel, and we also will keep this little HRE center cap. We'll keep that safe as well. So again, the magazine just kind of goes through, you know, the history of the Skyline. And so we have wheel hub, wheel bolts. Okay. All right, now they said the tire is directional. So you want to make sure that you put the front of the wheel facing the direction of the tire. So these are a Toyo Pro Exus TR1. And I don't know if you can see it, but right there it says right on the tire. So yeah, and then the back side of it, the back side of the tire right there says left. So it does have directions on the tire which way you want it to go. Plus, I mean, you can kind of tell that by just looking at the tread too. If the tread's going down, it's the right way. So what we want to do is we want to put the smaller piece on the right side of the tire. So the small piece goes on the right side of the tire. And the bigger piece goes on the left side of the tire. And then you just want to kind of make sure you get the 3 points matched up. Now I will have to say one thing. These tires are super easy to put together. I mean, I know they're a 2-piece design, but look at how easy that is. And I didn't even put any screws in it yet. But when I did the Dodge Charger and the Knight Rider, I had a hard time getting the 2 sections to marry up with each other so that way I could even try to put a screw in it. I mean, it was a hard thing to do, to try to put a screw in there, because you couldn't get the rim down far enough. Even putting it in hot water, I still couldn't get it down far enough. But this one just popped right together, and it's ready to go. Ready for screws. So now this piece goes on the front, and you can see there's 3 screw points on it. So you just want to line those screw points up. Just like that. And then I want to put 3 BM screws to hold it all together. Yeah, I was just praising this thing being so easy, and now the front of it wants to fight with me. I guess so much for easy, huh? All right, well, that's one on there. Now that's another one in. All right, well, there's your tire. And then, like I said, you want to just leave these bits for later. Now, the only thing I see kind of weird is a Fanhome's car got the wheels right, but this one down here, the front of the wheel is pushed in a little bit. So this one, the wheel sits in just a little bit. There's a little bit of a dish around the rim. But if you enjoyed this video and you want to pop on over to Fanhome and start your subscription to the Nissan Skyline, feel free to do so. Give me one of these if you like the video, and we'll see you next month for this or the Knight Rider or the Dodge. I should be getting the Dodge one for February. Hopefully next week. Depends on when they ship it out, but my next installment of the Dodge is on the way, and then I'll have my March Knight Rider, and hopefully I'll get the next installment of this. So, peace out. Have a good day.